Hi guys, it's Miss Ryan here. I'm just preparing you a few short videos over this break so it can support your learning. This first video is about division. Okay, and you know that in division we use the bus shelter method. Now, it might be worth when I am writing these examples down that you pause the video and have a go yourself. But I will be just going through them to support any learning, okay? And for that, I'll be doing just 4 examples to help us through, okay? So, number 1, we're going to do 684 divided by 4, okay? Now remember, you draw your shelter and what you're dividing it by goes on the outside and what you're dividing goes underneath the bus shelter, okay? Now you've got to ask a series of questions when it comes to doing the bus shelter method for division, okay? So the first question is, how many 4s go into 6? Now you've got to think, how many groups of 4 can you physically get into 6? Now you know that would be 1 and it would leave you with 2 remaining, okay? Now, your next question is, how many groups of 4 go into 28? So if you're going to do our 4 times tables, you know 5 times 4 equals 20, 6 times 4 equals 24, 7 times 4 equals 28. So your answer is 7, because we know that 7 times 4 equals 28. And our next question, how many 4s go into 4? Now you know straight away that 4 divided by 4 is 1, and if we do the inverse, 1 times 4 is 4. So your answer is 171, okay? Number 2, we're going to do another example where there is going to be no remainders, but this time you should be a bit more confident. So we'll do 385 divided by 5, okay? So first of all, I'm going to draw my bus shelter. The number I'm dividing by goes on the outside. The number I want to divide goes underneath. And again, I do the same questions. How many groups of 5 can I get into 3? So here's 3. How many groups of 5 can I get into that? Well, I can't get any because 3 is less than 5. So I'm going to put a 0 there and carry the 3 over. Now my next question is, how many groups of 5 can I get into 38? Well, let's do our times tables. We know 6 times 5 equals 30. 7 times 5 equals 35. 8 times 5 equals 40. Well, 40 is too much. So therefore, we need to make sure it's the one before that, which would be 7, because 7 times 5 equals 35, but that leaves us a remainder of 36, 37, 38. So we carry that 3 over. So then we do the next bit. How many 5s go into 35? Now you can already see that it is 7. So your answer is 77, okay? Now these next 2 examples are going to include remainders, but I don't want you to worry because we know that rather than writing R, which usually symbolises remainder, we know we go straight into a fraction, okay? So the question that we're going to do to begin with, number 3, is 1,763 divided by 3, okay? And again, get that bus shelter up and ready. And we just put the number we're dividing by, which is 3, on the outside. The number we want to divide underneath, like so. And again, we do those same questions. How many 3s go into 1? Well, you know we can't get any groups of 3 into 1. So it'd be 0, and you carry that 1 over. Next one. How many groups of 3 go into 17? Now, if you know your 3s, you got 4 times 3 equals 12, 5 times 3 equals 15, 6 times 3 equals 18, 7 times 3 equals 21, okay? So look, which number, you can't obviously go to 18 because 18 is bigger than 17, so it's the one before. So we know that 5 groups of 3 go into 17, but it leaves 2 remaining because 5 times 3 is 15. Then to get to 17, you need to add 2, okay? Your next question is, how many groups of 3 go into 26? Now, obviously, you got 7 times 3 here is 21. 8 times 3 equals 24. 9 times 3 equals 27. So obviously here it's going to be the 8, okay? So you put the 8 down, and to get from 24 to 26, it's remainder 2, okay? Next one, how many groups of 3 go into 23? Now again, look, 24, too big, 21, just right, but obviously there's going to be a remainder. So it will be 7, but what's the remainder to get from 21 to 23? Well, we know it's remainder 2, so therefore we write that as 2 over the one that we're dividing by 3. So your answer is 587 and 2/3.